So you would have seen us just getting to the top of Yeavering Bell. That wind is ferocious. We knew it was going to be windy, but I didn't realise it was going to be that windy on the top. So what we've done is just come down off the top, and there's a couple of places down here which is going to be sheltered unless the wind changes. At the moment it's coming from a southwesterly location, so we're probably looking at pitching down here. Later on I'll get my onometer out there and find out how strong that wind is. Brian's over there. You enjoy that?
Brilliant.
So it's our first time ever up on Yeavering Bell. Oh, my knee. So we're just going to collect ourselves, get ourselves sorted out, get some warm kit on, and then we'll probably start pitching the tents. Woo! What is it with these windy camps and the Cheviots? Right. So we found our spot. Do you like the glasses? Just found them. So we're going to be pitching in this location, which is about 10 meters away from the summit. Quite flat. So let's get these tents up. See you in a minute. Woo! So it's official. It's a new personal record for myself. I've just been out with my onometer and I've measured 50-mile-an-hour winds, and the Hilleberg is taking it like a trooper. It is noisy. I don't think I'm going to get much sleep tonight, but I feel confident that the tent's going to hold up, and Brian's exactly the same. I'm going to take you outside now and just show you everything. However, you probably can't hear what I'm saying. We're about 10 meters down off of the cairn that's on the summit of Yeavering Bell, and the weather forecast predicted that the wind should be at least 33 miles an hour. So where this 50 miles an hour, well, I know where it's come from. We're in the Cheviots. We're in the northern part of the Cheviots, and that wind is ridiculous. We've had to walk all the way around, and the wind is the same wherever you go. So there's no escape from it. And yes, we're completely exposed up here, but at the moment the wind's coming from a southwesterly direction, that direction, so we're protected slightly by the top of the hill. Around about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, it's coming from a westerly direction, which is that way, directly from here. North is over there to the over to the coast, as you can see it. But at the, you know, it's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's in the tent now. I've brought out the big guns. I've got my Rab Ascent 1100. I've got my C for Summit, E for Extra Light. So the big gun winter kit's come out, and it's nice and warm. Yes, the wind is cold on your hands, but other than that, got me thermals on, got me layers on. Job's a good in. I'm going to be getting my dinner on in a minute, and I'm glad I've gone simple actually. I was going to be cooking some steak and that, but I'm going again for the Covent Garden tomato soup. I'm cooking on fuel. I didn't bring the gas cooker. It starts playing up when it starts getting colder, so that should be good. So I'm going to get that on in a minute with me buns in there, and then get some nice warm soup in me. Got a couple of cans of my favourite that you've seen on previous videos, Hobgoblin Ruby Red. Love that. Got the Old Faithful as well, the hip flask with some cracking rum. Again, one of my favourites. Yeah, tonight not much sleeping's going on, I expect. I think it's obviously going to be broken kit. Isn't a problem, we're out. It's a Friday. It's coming towards the end of our my week off from work. Back to work on Monday. However, you know, I'll still be going out at the weekends. Like I said, it's now getting into the winter part of the year, so all the good stuff's coming out. So let me just take you outside again. I apologise for the wind. You know, I can't do nothing about that, and you may not be able to hear what I'm saying, but I'll take you out anyway. So let's go. Wait, look.
Yeah, I was looking at last night. I had the knocking in his house. My dad's, and I was looking at the moon.
So Brian's getting his dinner on. He's having curry. I'm going to take you up. So here we are. I'll just go down here so you can see. So there's the top. Obviously we've pitched. As you can see, I am really surprised by how sturdy these tents are. The wind's obviously not as bad as it is on the top, but you know, they are hardly moving. All the guy ropes pegged down. One of the most important things I find whenever I come out on a camp, delta pegs. You've got to get yourself some delta pegs. I have 4. I put them out on the strategic points, so they're fantastic. I've told Brian to get some, he hasn't got any. Another delta peg. My delta pegs have got luminous tape on them so I can see them at night. And there's my other one, and I've got one over there. Let's go up on the top. Again, I said it might be a bit windy, you might not be able to hear me. There's the Wester Tors, Cheviot, Hedgehope right over there. Then we have the North Sea, the Farne Islands, and over them hills, Kirkyat home. Oh, this is lovely. So as you can see, those tents are like limpets. They're stuck to this hill. Yeah, they're taking a battering. And when we finish tomorrow and I get home, they're going to have to be inspected because obviously there's a lot of pressure on the poles, there's a lot of pressure on the tie out points, just to make sure everything's fine. They've got a whole night of this. Periodically I will go round and just check the guy lines to make sure they're in, make sure the pegs are in. Brian's decided to put rocks on top of his pegs. I don't really like doing that because I think it chafes the guy lines. It's personal preference really. But yeah, here we are. They say that we've got we've got rain coming in about 1 o'clock. I love getting out in this weather though. I love testing the kit and the equipment. You may not get a lot of sleep because of the noise of the tent flapping around, but come on, if you're a wild camper, this is why we do it. Some people would have gone, nah, I'm going. The car is about a mile down the hill, parked by the houses. Yeah, brilliant. And that wind is cold, but it's not too cold. My hands are still out, getting a bit chilly, but not a problem. So I'm going to get back now to the tent. I'm going to get my soup on because I'm starving and I need something warm inside of me apart from rum. So let's go. Woohoo! So here we go. Got the stove on, got the tomato soup going, get that nice and hot, and then once that's hot, normal score, break up the roll, get it in there and make a nice stodgy meal. Need something because that wind is it's not, like I said, it's not freezing cold. He says temperatures drop right down, but it will get you eventually if you haven't got your layers on. So let me just check on Brian. Yeah, he's obviously eating his now, but as you can see, we're losing the light. There's the moon, North Sea. Not too bad over there. We're not going to get a sunset though. Let me just have a quick look. we're not going to get sunset, but look at that. Really wild clouds coming from that direction. Runny nose. How was that?
Lovely.
What did you have?
It was fiery.
You have to shout.
Fiery Naja chicken.
So basically a chicken curry.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, a hot one.
All the lights are starting to come on now. I don't know if you can see right in the distance the antenna, radio mast, phone mast, whatever it is. But yeah, all the little lights coming on. Let's get back into the town. That looks quite good behind me, doesn't it? Wow, it does look quite good. On camera it looks good. Let's get back in the tent, I'm starving. That is definitely getting hotter. I think that's going to be hot enough now. Ugh. So I'm going to put the roll in and I'll bring it back. Ugh. So there we go. Tomato soup, bread roll, nice and stodgy. Lovely. That's going to go down really nice. Like in my previous videos, this is one of my favourite things to cook out on a wild camp. Simple but filling. So I'm going to get this into my belly and warm myself up. I'll bring you back once it's gone. Right, back in the tent, been having a wander around in the dark. As you can tell, the wind hasn't let up yet, and it's not going to all night. It shouldn't have been this strong as per the weather forecast, but you can't have everything. So, Yeavering Bell, what is it? Well, it's an old hill on the north side of the Cheviots, or the northwest side of the Cheviots, and it's approximately 353 meters high. So it's not a big hill, but it's a very dominating hill. And on top of the hill there is an old fort, and in the old fort there are numerous roundhouses. So it's been occupied for many years, many thousands of years. So when you come up, if you come up in daylight or the weather's good, then you'll get to see everything you can see around. So Yeavering Bell is 2 hills, and in the centre, so it's a saddle, and around the 2 hills is a stone wall, which is obviously collapsed now, and you know, over the thousands of years it's collapsed, but you can see it and you can walk around it, and you can walk between the 2 hills. We're on the furthest to the north hill, which has got a cairn on the top of it. So it's a great hill. It's very exposed. It's they believe it's up to 4,000 years old, and they believe it goes back to the Neolithic or the Stone Age era. So yeah, it's a nice place to have a wild camp. Officially, you shouldn't be camping here, and a lot of people will object to it. But as long as you don't cause any damage, you don't have open fires, and you keep yourself down, you know, and you leave early and you pitch late, etc., then I can't see that there's a problem. The hill is still in England, so again, wild camping is not allowed, but the Scottish border is a couple of miles away. So yeah, and there are plenty of places to pitch a tent. At the moment though, we are on the north side of the hill, out overlooking the North Sea, because we're looking for protection from this wind. So it's the only place we could go. We've got quite a good pitch. So it's about 7 o'clock now, and I'm tent bound at the moment. I'll probably be going out. The skies were clear earlier on, but I think the clouds come over now. But I will pop out and have another walk around, just to get out and do something. These winter wild camps, you're stuck in the tent for like hours on end, so you need to find something to do if the weather's like this. It's amazing that, you know, I recorded 50 plus mile-an-hour winds, 50 plus, and that's a record for me. Not had them winds before. And again, like I said, yeah, you can hear flapping, but the Hilleberg Soulo is doing fantastic so far, touch wood. Again, I will get back and make sure I check everything, make sure there's no damage, but I always call it the limpet of tents. It just sticks. As long as you pitch it correctly, guy it out correctly, then yeah, it works fantastically. And I highly recommend that you get delta pegs. Like I said, I always carry 4, and then I use them in the strategic position. So if the wind's coming this way, then those guys will have the delta pegs in. And I think that if you push them delta pegs in correctly, then I think the guy ropes would probably snap before them delta pegs get pulled out of the ground. Before I get me head down tonight, I will go round, check all my pegs, check all the guy ropes are nice and tight, and I'll make sure Brian will do that as well. Other than that, it's going to probably be an uneventful evening. So I'll bring you back. I might make myself another brew. The hip flask has been emptied by me and Brian. I have got a couple of cans, but it's a bit cold at the moment, but I might have one. I don't fancy getting up in the middle of the night and going out in this weather to answer the call of nature, but yeah, it all depends. So I'm going to be toasty warm tonight. Like I said, Rabbit scent 1100, fantastic piece of kit, keeps me warm. Got my lovely Rab down jacket on, and I'm not really feeling the cold. Well, I'm not, you know, my hands aren't cold. So yeah, this is what wild camping's all about in the winter. But I will get out in a minute and probably have a walk around, so I'll bring you back when something happens. Right, so it's about 9 o'clock, and as you can tell, the wind's still not let up, and it's not going to, let's just face it. So I'm nice and toasty in bed now. I'm in my sleeping bag, so I'm going to get myself sipped up, get this jacket off because I'll be too warm tonight, and I'm most probably going to be watching some sort of a movie or something on social media, YouTube or something. So if anything happens, I'll bring you back. As per normal, I've packed most of my kit away, so if something does happen, I'm not fanning around, I can get it all packed away. But been round, checked all the guy ropes, checked all the pegs, everything seemed to be fine. So that's me ready for getting my head down. So thanks for watching, guys, I really appreciate it. The channel's really going well. If you haven't subscribed, then give us a subscribe. It's free, isn't it? And I do load up videos as much as I possibly can, maybe once a week, maybe every other week. So yeah, thanks a lot, and I will hopefully see you in the morning. All the best. Good morning. As you can see, it's still windy. Oh, had a good night's sleep though. Went to sleep about 10 o'clock. Woke up at 12:30 for the call of nature. And then woke up about 2 o'clock because it started to rain. You could feel it or hear it hitting the tent. And then I've just woken up now and it's 6 o'clock, so yeah, totally out of it. So it's still dark outside. So I'm going to get myself sorted. I'll just check. Are you awake, Bri?
Yeah.
Brian's awake, so I think it'll be get the kettle on, make a brew, and then slowly get ourselves sorted. It's 6:15, so yeah, let's get the kettle on, let's make a brew. Okay, the sun's coming up. We're going to get these tents down now. We're going to do one at a time. We're going to work together. And look at what we can see. She's going to be a good one, hopefully. So that's us all packed away. We were down there. Again, leave no trace. There's Brian, all magnificent. The sun's coming up there. We're not going down yet. We want to see the sunrise. So we're going to stay up here a little bit longer, Brian.
Yeah.
Just tell the people what type of moon that is behind you.
A beaver moon.
Why is it called a beaver moon?
I haven't got a clue. All I know it is it's closest to the Earth and it's 14,000 miles away.
And he measured every single one of them.
Every step.
A beaver moon. So what do we get? A red moon, hunter's moon, beaver's moon, a full moon, a cheesy moon. Any other moons? So that's where the sun's coming up. We're going to wait here and wait for it to come up. It's not far to go down, so yeah. And we're in the shelter of the cairn. So we're just going to enjoy it. Okay, we're on our way down now. The sun's up, so we're going to disappear back down to the car. It's not far. It'll take us about 30 minutes. So come on, let's get off this hill now. It's cold enough and it's windy enough.
thought it was a good.
Yeah.
Yeah.